Welcome, Angry Faithful, to the Wednesday What the Hell, where we talk about basically anything that we want. And we're finally on X again. Why? Because apparently last week they had like a little bit of X had a little bit of glitch, and luckily I found the photo, and it looked like Mark Rubio fixed it. So he's a fixer. Anyways, Trey, what's that over there? What do you got there?
That over here
Is that our guest?
Looks like he's a double champ right now.
Oh man,
He got a title belt on each shoulder. This is my nephew Maddox.
Hey Maddox,
say what's up, dude.
What's up, dude?
So, Maddox is our special guest this week. He got to do something that every little kid turning 10 should do, and he got to go to his first Monday Night Raw this week in San Antonio. So we thought we'd have him on tonight and let him tell us about that and what it was like to go hang out and what you think about it, man. So first, tell him what your first name is and what grade you're in.
I'm Madison.
You gotta speak up.
I'm Madison. I'm in fourth.
Maddox, and he's in fourth grade.
Awesome.
Gotta speak up a little bit, buddy. Okay. So this Raw was your first one ever going to see WWE, and what'd you think about it?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah. Did you guys get there early?
We got there by like 6, maybe.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I know sometimes when you get there early, there's like some cool stuff that happens that's not on TV. So like me and Dave, we probably didn't get to see any of the cool stuff that happened before the show started at 7. So what happened before all the fireworks and stuff?
So at 6:30, they were doing like a fight. I forgot who was fighting, but like the ring was all blue and like two matches went on, and then like I think there was 3, maybe 2, and then
So 2 or 3 matches,
yeah,
and then
it got to
did anybody happen to come out and do anything cool? Tell me about that. What happened?
like whenever I was there, like off TV.
Yeah, no. Like what happened
Oh.
before TV started
Hmm.
while you were there?
Like
Somebody came out.
yeah,
Who came out?
Danhausen.
And what happened with Danhausen? Danhausen's our new favorite wrestler, by the way.
Yeah.
He got this like what was it called? Like this like blower,
Like
the T-shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah, and then he's like throwing them all out. Like
Yeah, it was huge. It was like a Gatling gun.
Yeah, he came out with just a little single shot one, and then he was like, "Oh no, it's out!" And then he got the big cannon and was just doof, 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 doof. But he shot them all at the same person. They all went to the same area. So, I mean, not that we can tell or anything, but
yeah,
who's your favorite wrestler?
Jay Uso.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
What makes Jay your favorite?
Like when I first started WWE, the first match, he came out and I was like, I kind of like him.
Okay, so he just came out and that was his dude. All right. Dave, who's your favorite wrestler?
Sting.
Sting. You remember watching Sting? We watched some old Sting matches on YouTube. Yeah, I keep him cultured.
You gotta get it. You gotta get the old stuff out there.
Yep. But so, all right. So let's talk about the matches on Monday night. What was your favorite match? Like, so first off, with Stephanie and Raquel, what'd you think about that match?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, were you glad Stephanie won?
Yeah.
She kept the belt. I'm not a big fan of Raquel.
Yeah, me neither, because she's a part of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, we don't like the Judgment Day. All right, what about Natty and Maxine Dupree?
It was a good match.
It was a good match.
And then, wait, Maxine Dupree won? Or no?
Nope, Natty won.
Natty won.
Yeah, Natty won that one. And then What about Penta and Dragon Lee, dude? That match was awesome. That I can't believe you got to see that in real life, dude.
Why is for the guys the greatest matchups are the luchadoras now?
Because they're the best.
Yeah, it's high flying and it's so entertaining.
Yep. And then an awesome match with AJ Lee and Bailey.
Obviously, AJ won.
Yeah, obviously AJ won.
Yeah.
You're not crushing on AJ, are you? No?
Oh,
No?
no.
I think you might be a little bit.
Oh, look at those rosy cheeks.
Uh-huh. So what was your favorite match of the night?
Obviously, whenever Obafemi came out and
Oh, that was your favorite part of the night when Oba came out and smashed Brock.
and then Brock, like before the match even started, Brock looked behind Seth and he was like, and then Seth was like, "Oh, and I got to hug Seth."
You what?
Hug Seth
No way, dude.
because he was like up the stairs right next to us. It's like there were people in front of us, and I was like, and I got to hug him and like.
Yeah. So you got to go to Raw because it was your birthday, and your Aunt Vanessa made you a pretty dope sign. So you want to show it to Dave and to our fans right quick?
Yeah.
So if you guys can see this sign right here,
That is awesome.
Dave, go ahead and put that picture up on the screen. Let's see.
That one?
Nope, not that one. The one with the red arrow on it.
Man, let me find that one.
Yeah. No, man, that was the picture of him laying out his outfit to come on the show tonight.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. And I've been having troubles with everything. Let's see here. Here we go. Oh, it worked out perfectly this time.
Let's see.
And there he was.
Yep. So you guys saw our sign, right? And that is our sign on Raw. You made it to Raw, dude. You're basically famous now.
Yeah.
And then after this podcast, you're gonna get probably dozens of viewers.
Yeah.
So no, that's pretty cool, man. He was sitting right behind the announcers, about halfway up, and so he had a good angle on the camera. We were able to see him like I think 3 or 4 times. We saw his sign, but no, it was pretty cool. You were pretty excited about that. What was the best part of it? Like I know you said that the Oba slamming Brock was your favorite part of the night, but like, what was your favorite part about the whole thing? Was there anybody like that you got to see that you were just like, oh my god, I can't believe this?
Oh, El Grande Americano versus El Grande.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that match, dude. That was the last match I was gonna ask you about. So, what did you think about Grande versus Grande?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, did
Who
the
do
right
you-
Grande win?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
No.
No,
It's the original. The original didn't win.
right.
Yeah.
I hate the original.
Me too.
All right, so
Who do you think El Grande Americano is?
Illusion Boy.
who do you think the original El Grande is? Do you know what wrestler that is? No.
Keep it that way.
What about Grande Americano?
We
The-
saw him that one day.
You know who he is?
I forgot his name, but like, you remember we were watching like this thing and there was like the same guy, but he didn't have the mask on. Remember we were watching like that video,
I don't know if I've seen that one.
but it like I was with you, yeah. It was
Are you
like-
sure?
Yeah, it was like
I don't remember it.
Mm.
I don't know who Grande Americano is, but I love him. and his perfect Spanish. That's my favorite. So we got WrestleMania coming up in a couple weeks, dude. What are you looking forward to for WrestleMania?
Oh, obviously Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns and CM Punk. That's your number one match for WrestleMania. And I'm guessing by the way you said that you want Roman to win. Man, I think I'm pulling for CM Punk in that one. What do you think, Dave?
I think Roman's had his run. Honestly, CM Punk. Do I like him entirely? No, but I think Roman Reigns has had his spotlight.
I'll tell you why I think it goes to Roman from Punk. I think the title's going to switch hands at WrestleMania. Roman's going to win, and that's going to set up Seth and Roman because they want Seth back in the title picture.
I could see that.
I think so.
Here's the card so far. The undisputed WWE championship map is going to be Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Okay. We already talked about the heavyweight. WWE Women's Championship match, Jay Cardigan and Rhea Ripley. Women's World Championship matchup, Stephanie Valkyrie versus Liv Morgan. And the last one's going to be so far Brock Lesnar versus Oba Bima.
I think out of all those, the match I'm looking forward to the most is Lesnar and Oba Femi.
I feel like it's going to be a good one.
I can't wait to see those giant animals get in the ring together and just fucking throw each other around. Close your ears.
That's another thing that's going to be kind of that I've watched this week, and it was kind of just a thing to think about. There's not that many giants on the WWE card anymore.
Nope, not that many big guys.
Back in the day, it was like a plethora. I mean, you had Diesel, you had the original Andre, but you also had like Undertaker.
Yep. Vince looked for big men for a certain for a certain period of time back in the day.
Yeah, it was like in the 80s. It was like early 90s.
That's part of the reason why Kane got so many runs with his character.
Yeah.
Or with his different characters, because he was a big guy and Vince saw the potential. They just couldn't find a gimmick that worked for him until they got to Kane.
Yeah. Because he was a worker for a while, and then they finally got a good gimmick for him and a good run. That was a really good run.
I still think Dr. Isaac Yankem was a very much undersold gimmick.
Yeah. There's a lot of gimmicks that didn't pan out. I mean, for a while there, I was playing Vampire the Masquerade, and Gangrel was actually one of my populars for a second. And then
I never did get into Gangrel. Like I was still watching back when they were doing the Brood and all that.
Yeah, that was pretty entertaining right there.
Or the Brood, when the guys would come out and the lights were all red and they were like drinking the blood and the blood was coming out their mouths and stuff. No.
Yeah, it was Edge and Christian in that in the Brood.
It was almost when wrestling started to get shitty again.
Yeah. But yeah, I was watching a bunch of stuff like evolutions and who was a worker, who was a jobber, and what why they didn't pan out, and why they did. It's kind of a lot of them was, you get too much famous and you end up doing other things extracurricular and going down. Saturn was a sad one though.
Perry Saturn?
God, yes.
Yeah.
To this day, because you finally watch him on WWE, he was doing good, and what brought him down is him saving someone's life. That was literally what happened. He got shot, and it did something to him to where he couldn't move around that much.
I haven't heard that story.
Oh yeah, dude. He was on what's his name? Maven's podcast or Maven's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And talking about why he stopped wrestling. It was like, I got shot. I was going to a bar, and there was a young lady that was getting hassled, and he stepped in, and the guy pulled a gun and shot him. And he got shot right here to where he almost passed. He got shot, and it nicked his neck, and he couldn't wrestle anymore. That was the reason why he was supposed to be he was getting a big push too. He was going to WrestleMania. He was getting a big push. He was on his way up, and he saved someone's life.
I didn't know that was anything at all. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's kind of strange though. Something like that. It happens to the best of us at times, and you get to a point where you're doing good and something tracks you down, but he's living it up now. I mean, he gets paid like $3 to $4 or $5 to do conventions and everything. So he's still making money.
Well, dude, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, he's got a body. When he was a bouncer in Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy pulled a gun on him. He took the gun from the guy and killed him. And they ruled it self-defense.
Oh yeah, it's self-defense.
And that they said in the documentary that was part of what like caused a lot of his alcoholism and shit, was dealing with that.
Yeah. But he got over it. Not really.
Yeah. He was actually doing really good with DDP and DDP yoga and all that stuff at the accountability crib before he passed away. He just, I mean, you hate to say it, but maybe the damage was already done.
Yeah. That's why you got to keep yourself healthy so you don't go in that way. But a lot
that's why you got to say your prayers and eat your vitamins.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But what have you been keeping up with wrestling at all, Dave?
Not as much as I wish I could.
I've been keeping up more, dude. I'm into SmackDown now too. So, and then last night I found out that I can get AAA in English. I sat there and watched the Rey de Reyes tournament last night, and watched El Grande Americano defeat Original Grande Americano, La Parca, and some cartel looking dude. But yeah, El Grande Americano won the Rey de Reyes last night, or 2 nights ago.
No, I've been keeping up with Iran stuff and everything political for our Friday show. Since it's a cool down for NFL, I really don't have an extra thing to look up. So,
yeah, that's basically my feed right now is WWE, Brandon Herrera, and Iran.
Yeah. Dude, the Brandon Herrera stuff is so hilarious because you got Brandon Herrera, and then you got his opponent.
I think we're good on the wrestling stuff if you want to go with V. Or you can stay and hang out, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's all right, bud.
I'll go.
Okay.
Go hang out with V? All right, go eat your pizza. All right, buddy. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks, bud. By the way, that was awesome. That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
But no, dude, Jabba the fucking Hutt. That's his opponent. Have you seen his opponent?
She's stout. Yeah, her name's like Katie Stout, and she lives up to her name.
It's Jabba. No, Jabba the Hutt, it's too much. I mean, he was a head gangster and everything. Gorgon the Destroyer. That's what she looks like.
Oh, like Gorlock?
Have you seen Gorgon the Destroyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a fan, right? Aren't you subscribed?
No. I if
No,
I
I've seen
was
Warlock ever since that meme first came out. That shit's hilarious.
yeah. But yeah. No, I would be worried if I was a fan to subscribe to that stuff because it's like, hey Dave, I heard you got a new job about Smith and Wesson. Yeah, I'm a taste tester. I was like,
I like him from the inside.
yeah. But yeah, that's just it. It is very sad. But did you hear about Jasmine Crockett?
About her losing?
No.
No, what happened?
I found this out it came out like Friday. Her bodyguard.
Oh yeah, he got picked up for like being a
he
fake cop and all kind of shit.
He didn't get picked up. He got put down.
Oh well, you know.
Yeah, he went out. He went out with the blaze of glory. So
yeah. Wait, he died in that?
yes.
Oh fuck! I thought he had just got arrested for like impersonating a cop and carrying weapons.
They were arresting him, and he did a shootout in front of a freaking children's hospital.
Oh my god, dude!
Yes. Once I did, I found the information like on Friday. I was like, oh, Jasmine Crockett. We'll go on that. This is who she picked as a bodyguard. Blah blah blah. You know, just doing the information. And then this is the reason why, like, sometimes I'll wait on something for like 3 days just so I can get all the information. And you get all the information. It's just more. It's like, oh my God. Oh, really? It's even worse. Like the Epstein stuff, man. Some of the people coming out with some of the Epstein stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Just find the people and put them down. We can put them back on that island and setting a hunter reserve.
Or just practice napalm. Practice napalm runs.
Just like Grandpa used to do.
Yep.
Oh, I know you probably have something to say about this. What do you think about Rob O'Neill with the U.S. baseball team?
What happened?
He was doing a speech on how he killed Bin Laden, allegedly.
Well, I think Rob killed Bin Laden.
I think he did too.
So,
but from what everybody's going out and they're just saying like, "Oh no, he didn't do it because this guy." I was like,
I don't believe any of that bullshit. I think that what Rob came out and said on Andy's podcast was the truth, and that was that they all agreed on the story. They were all going to be best friends forever, and that was the way it was going to be. And then
someone got popular, and people got jealous.
Jealousy came in, and you know, like Rob didn't want to put out that Red missed the actual shot. You know, that shot ricocheted off the top of Bin Laden's head, and then Rob shot him twice, 3 times. You know, whatever.
I mean, everybody put a plug into that motherfucker.
You know, like Rob didn't want to have to dime Red out for that because, like he said in the interview, Red shouldn't have missed that shot, not being the level operator that he is.
Yeah,
you know, that's a once in a lifetime, once in a career shot, once in a generation shot, and he skimmed him from here to my door right there.
And that's impossible.
You know, it's I know, right? Like you'd think that, but like you'd think a regular guy like me and you could walk in and hit that shot, but it just shit happens. And they were like, you know, we're gonna squash this. This is the way we're gonna tell this story. We're all gonna be best friends forever. This is what we're taking to our graves.
Yeah.
And like you said, the jealousy came in and stories got switched around, and then Rob had to talk about what none of them were supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at. But at the end of the day, and I text Dan about this, and Dan Holloway, and I was like, dude, I said, I know Rob's affiliated with y'all and everything. Like, what do we think about Rob's story versus Biss and all that shit? He said, dude, I believe Admiral McCraven. Admiral McCraven said that this is the guy that shot bin Laden. This is the guy that shot bin Laden. Period.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it. You know, as I said, I'm a Danonist.
Yeah.
So if Dan said it, I believe it. That settles it.
Yeah. That's another thing that's kind of I was thinking about that recently, just because that came out, and I wanted to get your the talking point on it. But it's like you were talking, and we talked about it a little bit, how you're gonna try to bring guests onto your thing, on your show and everything, and do it your way. And I'm like, okay, let me set everything up, and I've already tested some stuff, so you can do it, and you can add in clips and do whatever, and I'll show you how to do that one of these days. If once you get everything together the way you want it, and you want to do your own show, you do your own show, but you can use this. I don't care, because me and you were on the same page. We want to see each other succeed.
Yeah.
It's if you get better people to come on your stuff, yeah, cool. And there's a couple of other things that I found out.
Oh, it's going under the network, so it would be under the network anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, I found out something. You can add in since it would be since if you're starting low to build it up, what you can do now is what Unsubscribe's been doing is they've been adding in, like, you got Donut Opera, Say Hi to Eli, and Brandon Herrera. What they do is when it's all one coalition and unsubscribed. And when you pull it up, let me see if I can pull this up.
Yeah, the way they link everything to YouTube.
Well, all the channels are linked.
Yeah.
Which is good. Let's see if I can find it. Because Angry Cops made a new podcast. They're all making new podcasts.
He's got
Refla.
Slightly, or was it slightly consensual or kind of consensual?
Kind of consensual. And he made it like a new one.
And he's got a new one called Overserved.
Yeah.
Or something like that, right?
Yeah. That's the new one.
Overserved.
Yeah, but this is
Rich is my favorite, dude.
Yeah. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, see how see right here where it adds in there's like Angry Cops and Donut Operator.
Yes.
So you can do that now. And it helps out it helps everything out. Us doing it on X because we likes to say some fucked up shit, and we can't say some fucked up shit on YouTube. The YouTube just got it to where it's not 7 minutes, it's 7 seconds. After 7 seconds, you can cuss as much as you want to, supposedly. But it's the first 7 seconds.
I'll count to 7. Twice.
Yeah. I would still wait a minute.
And then I'll say fuck.
You guys, I'm out, and just cut it. So, how much have you been keeping up with Drinking Bros? Because the only ones I actually watch nowadays is just the fake news.
I listen to everything, but I listen to it in huge doses every other Saturday when I'm driving to Louisiana back and forth. So I might miss during football season, I kept up with sports religiously.
Yeah.
When it's not football season, I kind of let everything slide to when I'd make the drive back and forth to Louisiana.
Yeah. I more or less have it when I go to work and everything. So
Yeah, I'm about 2 weeks behind right now, so about 6 hours.
No, oh man. What was it? The whole Ross playing football.
Oh, dude, I watched both games.
Really?
Yeah, I was the chat was fucking lit the whole time.
He did 2 games?
Yeah, he played the first game for the Dallas Bulls, and then he got traded the following week to the Colorado Spartans. And he kicked for the Colorado Spartans the following week.
And he pulled a hammy?
No, that was in the first game, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his first game is his foot got caught in the carpet. But
Oh, yeah.
dude, they had one guy that like tore his knee off or something.
Yeah, there. From what he said, it was like 2 of them got carted out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was describing. Yeah, dude, it's just carpet and it's just it
Like
was
carpet and spray paint.
Yeah, and concrete.
That's what they told him. They were like, dude, don't wear cleats. Just wear fucking Chucks.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because like apparently with the first game, there wasn't like a big focus on Ross or anything. But the second game, like they knew that the viewership, I guess, was up because of Drinking Bros.
Yeah.
And bro, like they showed Ross a lot, dude. Nobody shows a kicker that's not on the roster for no reason. You know, if like you're not trying to boost some ratings or something for some reason, right?
Well,
Dude,
it's
it
like
was so cool.
It was like
they-
what is it? Taylor Swift when the Chiefs are playing and it was like, oh, she's in the box. Check it out. Yay.
dude, that like those arena leagues are so broke. Like Ross didn't even have his own helmet. So they were swapping helmets and shit like in between whoever was kicking. It's like you'd see Ross would kick an extra point, he'd come off and like dap everybody up or whatever, and then he'd fucking take his helmet off and hand it back to the other kicker. The other kicker could go do the kickoff. But hey, Colorado's jerseys were fucking sick. They were like the white Colorado Buffalo jerseys, except like you know how Prime did the gold numbers?
Yeah.
These were like metallic silver numbers on white, outlined in blue.
Oh wow, that is nice.
Jerseys were fucking badass, dude.
Oh, by the way, we made it to 520.
Go ahead, dude.
We're at 520 subscribers, so
That many people want to listen to y'all talk? I know they don't want to listen to us.
yeah. X is where I I think it was Joe Rogan. He was like, I was hoping that me switching to Spotify would actually make my viewerships go down. And and it ended up boosting it still. And he's like, man, I don't want to be famous.
Too late, dog.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's too late for him, but still, I don't know how.
He did too much cool shit besides the podcast not to be famous.
Yeah, he was already, and that's what a lot of people. That was another thing I bring up to people because I'll have friends who's like, "Oh, you're still doing that?" I was like, "I'm not popular. I have to keep on doing it. I have to push the envelope. I have to, you know."
Yep.
I literally have to do like my research, get everything out there, and I have to show everything. Well, what about that one unsubscribe? They just they blew up. Unsubscribed in my podcast. The not the what the hell, but the nerd sports are pretty much linked simultaneously.
Unsubscribe just blew up out of nowhere.
It didn't.
Brandon has 4.6 million subscribers.
Exactly.
You don't think a few 100,000 of those guys are going to come over just because Brandon's doing something new?
Yeah. Well, Eli and Nick, what's his last name? Starts with the O.
The fat electrician.
No.
Oh shit.
Orza or
Nico Ortiz.
Yeah, Nico Ortiz.
Jesus, you're terrible with names.
Dude, I can't remember shit on names. But they were doing like a charity event, and they didn't realize how popular it was, like on stream. Because all they saw was like his TikTok videos and everything, and he thought it was funny when his Instagram stuff. And then they got on stream, and they were like, "Oh, we got to try to raise like I think it was like $100,000." They did it within an hour just because of Nico.
Dude, yeah.
So
like he's big shit.
yeah,
And like, dude, I've met him. So humble, so quiet, like very reserved. Like it's kind of like Matt Best is, like just what they are online, like that crazy ass outgoing
yeah, it's
fucking
an act.
wild thing. That's not who they are in real life, and it's kind of it's kind of wild when you first meet him. You're like, oh shit, like you're just chill. Like we're just gonna hang out and have a drink and talk. Like you don't want to jump off a roof or anything. Okay. No, Nico's cool as fuck.
I'm almost the same way until and I ended up doing crazy shit.
Well, it depends on how many old fashions we have. But
No, totally opposite. If I don't, there's a reason why I don't drink that much alcohol. I mean, I'll start coming down like really bad, and you're like, oh shit. I mean, I'll be fun for a while, but if I get too much in me, I start remembering all the shit that's happened to me,
oh my god,
and it gets bad.
don't be that guy.
Not I go home and I start something. I start talking about all the horrible shit that's been going on with my life. But which I had to fucking do with my dad. Dude, he needs to divorce that bitch. But that's between me and him.
Well, my dad's sitting in the closet up there in a thermos.
Yeah. How was your dad to you?
He was all right until I called him on his bullshit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, once I called him out on stolen valor, that was the end of our relationship.
My dad's kind of like different because he worked all the time. He's one of those people that he wanted to provide and give us everything we could possibly, so he worked his ass off. I was afraid for a while there he was gonna work himself into a grave.
Yeah,
Because
mine was like that at first when him and my mom split up. But then like after my mom and my stepdad got together, it was like probably within a year or two, all of a sudden he was on disability and not working anymore, and like just being a piece of shit. Like there was no like, dude, there was like I would have to pay for my own bus ticket at 16 years old to ride from Lafayette, Louisiana to Dallas.
you know, there's an easy way, right? You didn't have to pay for it. You just had to find a local pedophile and he'll buy you a ticket.
That's nowadays, dude. It wasn't that bad back then. It was just junkies. It wasn't rapers.
Yeah, it's true.
Should have dodged needles back in the early 2000s. You have to dodge wieners.
Yeah. Unless you went to Catholic school, then it was very, very dodging years.
Non-denominational here.
Baptist. But
my preacher was my grandpa growing up, so I really hope I didn't get molested by the preacher.
oh yeah.
That would be so disappointing.
Yeah. That would be really fucked up.
I would be sad twice.
Yeah. Going to the therapist's office, like, so you tell me that you got molested by your preacher? Yeah, he was also my grandfather. You couldn't fucking open with that.
Jesus. Yeah, or like, you know, my mom and my stepdad are deacons and elders in the church. So
Okay.
Nope, not them either.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You were safe.
Dude, that would have been so gross.
Yeah, that would have been so fucked up. Oh man.
God damn.
I've heard like horror stories about stuff like that. And it just gets weird. Like I did have you ever heard of the Candyman? Like the legitimate Candyman?
When I was younger, yeah, but I don't remember.
Okay. You know the story
Talking about the Candyman thing in the mirror?
No. You know how back in the day when you were a kid, your parents had to check for razors and everything?
Oh yeah.
I found out the reasoning for that story. There's a guy down in Houston. He didn't want his son anymore. So he got three of the big, well, he didn't want his kids anymore. So he got three of those big sugar cane sticks.
Uh-huh.
The super ones, the one on the plastics.
Yeah.
Well, he got three of them. He opened them up and he put strychnine in them and he closed them up. And his son died, but one of the other sons ended up didn't want it, so he gave it to his friend. He gave it to one of his friends, and the friend's dad told him because he couldn't open it. He asked his dad to open it, so he was about to open it. And he saw it was stapled shut. He was like, "No, let's not eat this." He did the right thing. Then he was just really curious, so he took it to a police station, and they opened it up and tested it, and they found strychnine.
Are you sure you didn't get fooled by AI?
No. It's in the Houston papers because it happened in Houston.
Shit.
Yeah. What had happened was, it was, dude, it was so fucked up. That's the whole reason. It happened like in 77. I did a whole psychosociopath episode about it, and that's what happened. That's the reason why we had to check for that and the Tylenol thing, but that's the whole reason for like kids candy for Halloween.
Tylenol thing was interesting.
It was just some random guy that just did it.
Yeah, and then it was like one house, like two or three people right after the other.
Yeah.
Like while one was dying, the other one went to go take some headache medicine, took the same shit, and died.
Yeah. What was the see Tylenol poison?
It was in Chicago, I think.
Yeah. Tylenol poison. Okay, Chicago Tylenol potassium cyanide. That's what it was. He puts potassium cyanide capsules in there.
Yeah. That's why we have the protective packaging on pill bottles today, like the sealed.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Here's another strange fact. When I was doing that episode, about the Tylenol crime. When's the last time you seen normal Tylenol where you can buy it in the store? They're all extra strength.
I don't know. You've piqued my interest now.
Yeah, I'm
more of an Excedrin kind of guy, so
because I read that story and I went through a lot of stuff, and then I went to the store and I was gonna. It's just when I had my shoulder stuff messed up. They told me just get regular Tylenol on that extra strength. Dude, I went through I couldn't find it. I went to CVS. I went to Walmart. I went to Albertsons United here. I went to Walgreens. I had when I was up at Walgreens, I was like, "Hey, do you have just regular Tylenol, not the extra strength? Because I have to get this stuff. But they don't really sell regular Tylenol anymore. I mean, they sell it. You can buy it, but you have to get it like on Amazon and shit.
Yeah, it's like a white bottle with a red lid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always buy the extra strength shit.
Yeah, because it's the only thing there. Can't find the regular Tylenol.
I came up on 800 milligram Motrins, so
That's true.
you know I need at least 500 milligrams to help civilian bullshit.
Yeah. Man.
Well, we're at 46. You ready to get out of here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Love you guys. For the 5 that stuck with us on our crazy adventure, I'm David Dickerman.
Trey Witzel, and thanks to our special little guest, Mad Dog Magoo. And congrats. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy. Goodbye.